Good morning, garden friends. Welcome to the Secret Cottage Garden and to my video on planting incredible escalator zucchini and Persian baby cucumbers. These are both vining plants. This is a climbing zucchini that is supposed to be great for small spaces. And what's great about these both, I can grow them throughout my flower garden as long as they have a support or something to climb, whether it's an obelisk, a trellis, or etc. So I have this cattle panel fence that goes along the back side of my garden. And we put it up because deer used to jump up from below and get right into the garden, and that prevents them. And it's just a far drop down there. That's why they don't usually scale or try to this fence. They probably could if they really tried, but they are discouraged and they haven't. So I am going to plant either the cucumbers and or the zucchini in different spots along the fence, and then they'll grow among the flowers. There's other things that grow here. I have climbing roses, I have delphiniums, I have all kinds of things. And can you hear the mountain chickadee? Isn't he sweet? I love that sound. Anyways, so also I'm going to plant a few along the arbors in the rose alley. So you can see how, I'll do the cucumbers there. Maybe I'll try zucchini. We'll just see how it works. I'll put one or two in the mini greenhouse with the tomatoes I have in there for getting an earlier harvest. We'll see how that's going to work, etc. So having plenty, I'll have plenty to share of fruits from either one or both, and we'll just go with it. This is so simple. I love the Persian baby cucumbers called green fingers because they stay small, and they don't stay small, they'll actually get bigger, but some have gotten away from me because I didn't see them to harvest, but they never get bitter. But these are like the snacking cucumbers you can find in the grocery stores, and I really, really love them. And pretty much primarily it's the main one I grow. I do have one that is great for containers, and it's called Bush something, and it's by Renee's Garden Seeds too. And I'll probably be planting one of those when I do my container vegetable garden. I'm getting a little behind on that, but it is what it is. Things are just going crazy right now, and I'm trying to tackle it all at once. So let's get planting our cucumbers and climbing zucchini. Now right back here, I have Monarda growing. I think that's purple rooster. Right next to it is a climbing rose. I can plant right between those two and get one of these plants vining up. Now the beauty of it is you can see right through this fence right down to my neighbors. So having this grow up to create a screen is perfect. Now, so let me get over there. I don't have my digging tool here. Let me grab that. Getting in here, I have tons of morning glory come out here, which I will pull up, make sure I don't break I just planted my Bobo hydrangeas back here, transplanted them from the front, and for a while there I was a little worried about them because I didn't see any sprouts, but now they're sprouting. I think they'll do beautifully back here. So right here, between these two plants, I will mix up the dirt, and boy, it's dry already. So I will need to make sure I water. Careful I don't squish any other plants. And I'm thinking I might do the zucchini here. So I don't know if the gophers like zucchini seeds, so if they come and eat them, I will have to begin again. But zucchini, it grows pretty quick. So I'm just going to do 2 seeds here, a little bit apart, because you know what? I do transplant zucchini plants when they're babies. If 2 come up where I have planted, because usually I seed 2 or 3 in a spot, and if 2 come up, I will transplant rather than just pull one out. And so, wow, I cannot believe, but this is very sandy soil back here, so I just toss the seed down and give it a little dirt, oak cover. So I will make sure and water that well and keep it moist. Like I said in a previous video, we've had very warm temperatures this last week, but it is to cool down. So it'll be, the highs will be barely 70. I'm just picking up, oh, mosquitoes are after me. Okay, so zucchini here. I'm saying that so that I will remember that it's not a cucumber. So let me get up. Let's move on over to this part of the fence right behind this bench. Now I've got foxgloves and stuff coming up, so they may shade it too much for a cucumber to do really well, but I have plenty of seeds, so it's worth a shot. So I'm going to go over behind the bench and I am going to plant a cucumber. So I should put my zucchini seeds down, put them right there, and I will just put one in the ground down here. One or two. Well, this soil's a little bit moister, which is great. Okay, all done. Now there's a bunch of morning glories I don't want there, so forgive my bending in front of you. But now morning glories around here reseed like weeds, so it's no big deal if I pull a bunch out, because some will go ahead and come up and bloom. So there we go, got that one done. So okay, this is one of the arbors. Later I'll lift up. This is the one right before Crown Princess Margareta by the back deck. So right here I have this morning glory planted, and this is some Achillea, however pronounced it. Oh, I've already got a bunch of buds on this. I didn't even expect that. This is Super Dorothy, a climber. I didn't notice that when I planted it. Anyways, so I don't have a secondary rose to put over here. So I'm going to plant one of my baby cucumbers there. And it will be perfect because it gets a lot of light coming from this direction. And as I said, Rachel, just run through there. This is also has the drip irrigation right here, which is perfect. So all good. Whoops, I just lost a seed. We will put this right here, right with the morning glory. And hopefully we will get the cucumbers climbing up this arbor, which, you know, it will all blend in with all the foliage and flowers, etc. And we can get some fruit. So I think I've planted enough climbing zucchini, though I might try some after I've lifted my camera. The sun's coming up, guys, so you might get some backlight. I have a tomato I planted over there in the rose alley, because I'm planting vegetables amongst my flowers, not just in a vegetable garden area. Sorry, I got some gnats after me. So I could put one of my climbing zucchinis over there and put up a trellis. Good grief. Anyways, so I'm thinking all about where I can pop things, edibles, for us to eat. Just kind of like I earlier spoke about in the rose alley, putting in a hedge of blueberries. I just think something like that. And I'm going to look up the raspberries. I have a short growing, it's supposed to be great for container raspberry. But I think that maybe might make a great hedge as well. So I'm trying to fit in as much as I can without overcrowding things in my gardens. I still have my front garden that I think there's an area I could probably put in like a raspberry hedge. So thinking outside of the box of what we can put where to have it all. Edibles as well as, I just love my flowers. So sometimes giving up space for vegetables was kind of scary, like a big patch. Not scary, but you know, I didn't really necessarily want to do it. But if I can just integrate them together, then it's a win-win. I get both. And you know, vegetable plants can be beautiful. They're not ugly. There's the colored lettuces. I had thought of edging this rose alley with lettuces. They come in different colors, the reds and the greens and the chartreuse, and you know, that can work too. So in fact, I may just seed some today and we'll see how that works. Okay, that is my little video on planting cucumbers. It's not hard. You can start cucumbers indoors and then put them out when they're seedlings and are tall enough. I find they grow so fast from seed, it's not always necessary. And with our springs being so strange, sometimes it's not conducive because we will get a warm spell like we've just had, and then all of a sudden we will get a freeze. And then anything that's not, hardy to that will just die. Anyways, okay, I'm sorry. Let's end this video. I am going to have to go in and get away from these mosquitoes and bugs and come out. Once it heats up a little bit, they kind of disappear. So I will say see you later, and I hope you enjoyed planting cucumbers and climbing zucchinis with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. But before I leave, I'm going to show you. This is the arbor. Right here's my back deck stairs. This is where I planted the cucumber. The sun comes up this direction, goes here, goes behind trees, and goes down over there. This gets a lot of sun. I'll probably get fruit sooner from the ones in the back because it's hotter, but this one will come into play in the midsummer. So that is where this is located, and I'll back you up a little bit and you can see all of the arbors to get a true understanding of where it's at. Well, the backlight's kind of creating issues, but you can see where my shovel handle is. It's right across from that, the last arbor right by this post here. So that's where it's at back there. And you can see all of my arbors here coming together. I'm just loving this area. I had imagined what it could look like, and it is just really coming together, and it's performing better than I had hoped. Now let's see if the plants really take off and do their thing.